Hi, I'm Dolly Malik. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. And in this short video, I wanted to give you a brief introduction to my channel, who I, Dolly Malik, am, and most importantly, what the motivation was behind me setting up this channel. So what's in a name, right? Worldwide, I would say that a name tends to portray people's identity. So for me, Dolly Malik was never a name that I was born into. Dolly was actually a name that was given to me by an Italian nurse back in the United Kingdom where I was born. And my parents gave me many other official names, but they were far too complicated to pronounce. So they quickly too reverted to calling me Dolly. So really, I have been Dolly from birth, if not in an official capacity. Do please comment down below if you've been in a similar position where you've had nicknames or you still do use nicknames from childhood to identify yourself by. Moving on to my surname, as mentioned, I chose Malik as a name specifically for this channel. I'm very much someone who tries to live their life by core values, primarily around unity, diversity and inclusion. So I chose Malik because it largely stems from the Asian subcontinent to which my ethnicity belongs, and it actually goes across different countries, different races, religions and languages. So that's why I loved the beauty of Malik, just like Dolly is very international as a nickname across continents. Also Malik, when you look it up in certain searches, will actually say that it relates to being a leader or being a king of a kingdom or empire. So for me, it was very apt, and it pretty much held with what my mission statement for the channel is about: an empowered woman in myself through my own transformational journey, helping to empower other women to become the Maliks or the boss of their lives. So that's me in terms of who I am as a name. Who am I as a person? So my career has stemmed over many years in the corporate world of telecommunications, and I went from management to leadership, and it was back in 2021 that I actually chose to resign and retire from the corporate world. The core values for myself were no longer in sync with the core values of the corporate world in general. So the time had come for me to retire. But that kind of tells you a little bit of my past professional life. But in terms of as much as I excelled and as hard as it was at times in a very male-dominated industry, it gave me immense joy and pleasure of the achievements I was able to make, the developments and the shift in mindsets I was able to create being a woman in leadership. But like I mentioned, where my professional life was really excelling, unfortunately my personal life was never quite so rosy, and ultimately none of us live perfect lives as such. Some of us may live with rose-tinted glasses, as I did for many, many years. But in reality, we all have to experience the bad to appreciate the good. Unfortunately, from childhood, very early childhood, I suffered from physical abuse in my childhood, and that stemmed on to bullying in my educational life, and then that unfortunately continued a pattern of abuse as I went into a very toxic, violently abusive and emotionally and mentally abusive relationship. Add to that, I have been a victim of various types of crime, and I do also have many long-term illnesses. But enough of so much of the not so pleasant in my life. I've always been the eternal optimist, and I'm always very much the glass half full person, and here to spread a smile as much as possible amongst people. So I was very grateful to the universe for sending me the right people at the right time to really help empower me in different ways to get out of those various toxic situations or those dangerous situations in order to protect me and to transform me. As such, I took some major life-changing decisions. Reverting back to 2021, and when I, as part of one of those life-changing decisions, was empowering myself to get out of that toxic relationship. Once I realised then my boundaries, I actually did a similar thing when it came to the corporate career, and I chose to absolutely resign. I thought time for me to actually take time out to pause and reflect for myself, focus on some self-care and decide what to do next with my life, essentially. But alas, the universe had other ideas for me, and within 3 weeks of me resigning, the rest of my family actually passed away overseas. So as such, my life literally changed within 360, within a matter of days. At the time it was during COVID, and my family was here over in India where I currently am. So at the time the Indian government had not reopened the borders because of various COVID restrictions, so I actually had to wait 8 months to come to India to actually sort out my family's estates and all the various things related to bereavement. And I have been here ever since for the past 2 years. It's been what I affectionately call the journey of death. But like I said, with every sadness comes a ray of sunshine and positivity. And for me, I am blessed to become a philanthropist. I've always done an element of community service and voluntary work throughout my life from my teenage years. So to be in this position now has been such a huge blessing for me. And what keeps me going is, as part of that philanthropic work out here in India, is to help empower 300 gorgeous girls and boys, little girls and boys, really to show them what their worth is, and to just show them that they are in fact loved, and they are just as worthy as anyone else on our beautiful planet, despite their rather hard younger lives coming into existence. And going there to see the children is just such an uplifting experience for me every single time. It's hard for me to even think twice about what I've been through and the traumas I've been through in life when I just look at these little ones and they just radiate huge smiles and positivity. So that's what I'm currently doing, and it leads me on to the motivation behind this channel. So one thing I did want to really do is I didn't find I had certain support systems in terms of those who should have been the closest to me to help me through my traumas in life and those key decisions. And I didn't quite get the support either through seeking or trying to seek professional help through helplines or charities. So to me, I thought there, in a planet of like billions of people, there's definitely going to be women out there who unfortunately have gone through some of what I've been through, or even worse than what I've been through, unfortunately. And if possible, I could connect with individuals and also other women who've been through all sorts in life, just really to share experiences and to share wisdom, to learn from each other, and really just as women to uplift and support each other on our self-development and empowerment journeys. So that was my short video, and I thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed, do please subscribe. I aim to be loading at least 2 videos every single week. Some of it will be sharing further information about my personal life, and I would love for you to come on this magical journey with me as the channel evolves.